good old boy and he's got a story to tell. Tavin will mow your grass and make it look so well. Now Tavin goes donut goals when in town he comes, getting strength for his haunches to cannonball for fun.
Welcome to the Tavin Dillard Podcast, y'all guys. We into season 13's episode 5's. Happy May the 6th. If you listen to this on the day it come out. We in the merry month of May. Merry month of May, y'all guys. They had May the 5s yesterdays, the Cinco de Mayo's, and they had May the 4th, which is a big Star Wars day because people say May the 4th be with you and that kind of thing. But now here's the deal. Mama's Day is this Sundays, and I have been doing them personal video greetings for folks' mamas, and you can still get one. I'll put the link in the show notes today if you need to get one for your mama or anybody else. I mean, if somebody got a birthday or something like that, that's fine. I ain't saying it ain't fine, but I'm saying this is the holiday that's coming up where folks want to get a gift, and that might be something you want to get. The other thing that's been moving out the doors is the new Early Bird Gets the Perm Special Edition t-shirt. It's like a light blue, I'd call it. And anyhow, in the show notes today, you'll see them personal video greetings, and you'll see a link under that to all the shirts and the merch. And new Early Bird is the first one, you know, in the catalog, as they say. But you'll see all the other ones too. You can scroll down if there's a hat or a tank top or a t-shirt or Rachel Christine shirt that you want. Instead of just, you know, the Early Bird, they got them there. That's the truth. I'm Tavin Dillard. If I've been talking so long already, and you're like, who is that? It's me. I got Tavin's Lawn Care Services, mowing, edging, grass cutting legend, and not very long, let's see, what is that, 11 days, I'm going to be in Clintwood, Virginia, at the Jetty Baker Center. It's a theater there in town, doing live stand-up comedy. Talking to y'all guys. Dwayne Hess, who does the intro song here on my podcast, is going to be opening the show with some music. So you can come on out if you want tickets to that show. It's going to be a great night of entertainment and hanging out. Now, I don't know what merch I'm bringing. I need to figure this out because I got to have it at the show if I'm going to bring any merch. I'm thinking something like... I'll tell you why t-shirts are hard to bring to a live show, because you just don't know what sizes to bring, and you bring too much of one size and not enough of the other. That's why I might bring hats, because that's basically one size fits all, or you can snap it and, you know, make it fit your head. Or my books, Team Burger Shed, because, you know, them's one size fits all too, a book is, kindly thing. So I'm thinking about it. If you got feedback on my merchandise quandary for live shows, feel free to shoot me a text message at 501-322-6249. You can email me, tavindiller@gmail.com, and let me know. I need your help. I don't know what to do. I don't want to take a suitcase of wrong size shirts all the way to Virginia. So I don't know. What do y'all think? And that's going to be in the show notes today too. It's my phone number and my email address. Thank y'all for just being in touch throughout the week. I don't think I got a question today from anybody that I was going to read on the podcast. Let me see here though. Let me check my text messages. Let's see, that's that. There you go. Hey, get me a Frittler and some Dr. Pepper. Oh, that's Adam, because I told him happy birthday, I think. Daniel said, I'd love to be able to be there. Hope it works out so I can. It's a 2-hour drive. So Daniel may be coming 2 hours to see me in Clintwood, Virginia. And then Joey last week said that he liked last week's podcast. Thanks for all your humor. Thanks Joey for that. So I guess I did get some text messages. That's pretty good. And then May 30th, I'm going to be in Slate Springs, Missouri, for another live comedy show. So if you're in any of them areas, that'll be in the show notes today too. Them links to them tickets for that stuff. Now, I mentioned my book, Team Burger Shed. Hey, guess what season started this past week, y'all guys? Yeah, you're right. It's softball season. Team Burger Shed is back on the field, and I got an update for y'all guys today in this week's episode of the Tavin Dillard Podcast. I'm Tavin Dillard, and you already know that because I done already said it, but I wanted to say it again. So what's new? The softball season new. That's what's new. And do you like it? Do you like it when a plan comes together? Oh, me too. Oh, me too. And who don't like a fresh start? in what could be fresher start than the dawn of a brand new softball season. A glorious time on the city fields where a group of pals with different jobs, different abilities and shoe sizes show up to form an adult league softball team. Last season, that's behind us, y'all guys. That's in the rearview mirror. This season, straight ahead. And whatever happened before, it is what it is. But this is a new season. This is a fresh start. Oh, buddy, breathe it in. Just, whoo, this is a beautiful thing. And it's time to step into the season and onto the field. And that is exactly what Team Burger Shed did this past week. You know the team. I've been talking about it. My haunches was stretched, my mind steady focused, and I was ready to get after it like Imogene and Raymond Watkins on a gallon of milk. I mean, let's get it, buddy. It's 100% go time. So let's go! We played the City Workers for our very first game of the season. PJ McGee's on that team. I'd say he basically they coach. Don't matter no how. All I'm saying is that we played the City Workers. Before I get to that, I got a concession stand update. Because you know that plays just the biggest role in the softball season as about anything else, even as big as the games on the field. You know I've had problems in the past with the concession stand, but you also know it can be a real delight and a real joy, especially when you win. Because you get free snow cones, your team do, you know about that. And then every now and then Mary Beth Tucker want to mess with the menu, which is usually a terrible idea. But you know, them times when she's brought hot buttered dinner rolls softer than a baby angel's leg, all of a sudden things is looking good. Even if you lose, peekaboo, there's a sun peeking through the clouds now, like that away. So that's how we do it. So why do I need to update us about the concession stand? Is that what you ask? Well, it's a good question, because normally that ain't something that would need its own update. It just is what it is. And I agree with you. This shouldn't be taking up a lot of time here on the Tavin Dillard podcast. I'm Tavin Dillard, but here we are. I need to tell y'all what happened. Firstly, right out the gate, let me just say that Mary Beth Tucker is in charge of the concession stand this season. So that's going to lead to other things just by the nature of her being there. You know that. I know that. We all know that. And Cheryl Grubbs has volunteered to help her. So we got Mary Beth Tucker and Cheryl Grubbs in the concession stand. What could possibly go wrong? And this ain't something you have to guess at. If you listen to my podcast for any amount of time, you know that there's been all kind of antics over there at the concession stand. I won't go into all of it now because, well, that's behind us. And we looking ahead at a new season. And like I said, a new softball season's a fresh start for our team. Why can't it be a new start for the concession stand? So I don't need to assume stuff is just going to go wrong because it has so done that in the past. Let's give Mary Beth Tucker and Cheryl Grubbs a fresh start this softball season that we all want afforded to us, as they say. Here's why it started kindly sour for me this year. The first thing is Russell Tucker said to me as he parked his truck next to my 93 Ford Ranger in the parking lot was, hey, did you hear they changed the concession stand menu this season? So that's the first thing I hear when I get to the parking lot. You know my blood pressure going up. What in the world? I can't explain it, y'all, but it about drives I can't barely get this out, y'all guys. It drives me nuttier than a fruitcake when Mary Beth Tucker or anybody messes with that concession stand menu. Because 9 times out of 10, something bad happens. A crock pot of nacho cheese gets spilt. The concession stand catches on fire. You name it. I say 9 times out of 10 because it has worked out, like I was telling you earlier, when Mary Beth Tucker makes some hot buttered dinner rolls that are softer than a baby angel's leg. Them are good. I mean, if she's going to mess with the menu, just put them on there permanently is what I say. But anyhow, I ain't never seen a baby angel's leg. Don't get me wrong, but it makes a picture in my mind where I figured them got to be soft, you know. And then I had one of them rolls, and they was real soft. So I'm just asking Russell right there. I was like, what kind of changes they making, Russell? And he smiled at me. He said, go see for yourself. So I decided to speed walk over there. My emotions are involved, see? Like I'm getting worked up on the way. I guess I'm thinking that I can't wait to get over there to give them a piece of my mind or maybe stop some concession stand tragedy. And ain't that so much of life? We want to be in control. But at the end of the day, most of life is out of your control. It's out of my control. And the longer it takes us to realize that and accept it, buddy, there can be years and years of folks trying to control their outcomes and other people's outcomes, and that just don't work. That works about as well as entering a salad in a barbecue contest. It just don't work out. But then you have to admit that you ain't in control. But it's true. I ain't in control of the concession stand. So what am I in control of? One thing, y'all guys. My own response. And I'm hoofing my little cleated feet over to that concession stand, ready to just tell Mary Beth to knock off whatever crazy idea she has to make this concession stand better. And I tell myself that I can't overreact there. I gotta be in control. But then I start thinking about all this happened before, and I'm getting worked up. And truth be told, yes, I do like to be in control. Who don't? But lots of time it affects our softball game. If Myron gets distracted or Mary Beth's horse takes off across our outfield, yes, that has happened before, it gets distracted. When the concession stand upstages the softball games at the fields, something ain't right. I wasn't jogging, but I was making pretty good time to that concession stand, y'all guys. That's when I see Mary Beth Tucker and Cheryl Grubbs setting up the concession stand. Now, you may be wondering, how do you set up a stand that's already standing there? I just mean they getting snow cone flavors on the shelf along that side wall there inside the concession stand. And Mary Beth is setting the candy boxes on the counter. Now, it should be one box, not plurals. One box of Skittles and the candy is out. But lo and behold, there's another box of candy. I lean over there by that box, and I see a box of what they call sour ropes. They ain't made out of real rope on account of you eat them. They made out of candy, and they all rolled up in or like sprinkled with sour powder. Kids love them. I had one before. I ain't really mad at them neither. I heard there's some changes over here, I said to Mary Beth. Oh, just a couple ideas based on feedback, just trying to make it better over here, she replies. Sour ropes, huh? Is that all? You know, I'm asking, I'm kind of curious. I'm like, okay, this ain't terrible. Just leave it at this and we good to go. She goes, that's it for the candy. And then she's straightening out them candy boxes on the concession stand and she's telling me this. Cheryl Grubbs is unloading the cash box behind the counter. What else are y'all changing around here, Mary Beth? You getting rid of the snow cones? Oh no, she points to the flavors I seen on that wall shelf, basically telling me they wouldn't have those out on the shelf if they wasn't planning to use them for the snow cones. So the snow cones is safe. So at this point, I'm still feeling like a little unsettled, but I'm glad to hear that there's still going to be snow cones and that the only candy change is adding sour ropes along with them standard Skittles that's already there. Did you get rid of the hot dogs, Mary Beth? Folks love hot dogs. It's the only hot meal y'all serve over here. Some of us are coming straight from work. I'm trying to explain to her, like, don't get rid of the hot dogs. And she goes, no, hot dogs are still here, Tab, and we brought chopped onions as a new topping for them. That ain't so bad. I like a good onion. Am I missing something? Russell said there's changes to the concession stand, and so far, I ain't really hating none of this, Mary Beth. Mary Beth smiles at me, and it ain't a comforting smile because she looks like she thinks she has a good idea, but I've seen that look many times before, and it ain't been comforting or a good idea. Not neither. Not neither, y'all guys. Cheryl stands up behind that concession stand counter while I'm having a stare-off with Mary Beth Tucker, and Cheryl Grubbs calls to me, hey, Tavin! Now, I ain't breaking the stare with Mary Beth. I need to know what this concession stand surprise is. What am I going to do about it either way? I don't know. Probably nothing except fume, which I know ain't a good choice, so probably nothing. Tavin! Cheryl calls again. I look over. I ain't getting nothing out of Mary Beth anyhow. What, Cheryl? She said, I know the other change to the menu. I said, do you now? What is it, Cheryl? I asked her like that away. I'm hoping it ain't anything involving a crock pot, a propane tank, or some other appliance that needs to make stuff hot. It just becomes too much of a circus. Keep it simple, I'm thinking. Cheryl smiles at me and she says, donut holes. Mary Beth claps like this away. Donut holes, I ask. That's the new menu item? Cheryl nods. I say, really? Then they both nod at me. And I say, so sour ropes, chopped onions for the hot dogs, and donut holes are what's new on the menu? And you ain't getting rid of the other stuff? That's right, Tavin, Mary Beth says. All of this pain and personal heartache over the concession stand for what? Donut holes? Why didn't I think of that before? That's immediate haunt strength for the field. I ain't saying I'm going to hit a homer this season, but having donut holes close by is going to be a difference maker. 100% difference maker. I know that. We all know the health benefits of the donut. And this sounds like a perfect match to me. Well, that's enough about the concession stand, y'all guys. Let's get to the game on game one of the softball season on the softball fields. Team Burger Shed, like I said, we played the City Workers at the, I told y'all that at the beginning of the podcast. So that's the lineup, and I'm feeling good. Now, I ain't rattled. The concession stand stuff ain't making noise. I'm happy about it. Sends me to the fields in a better mood, truth be told. And I'll tell you one thing, though. Team Burger Shed came to play. I mean, to be fair, the City Workers came to play, too. I was batting leadoff. Well, let me just tell you our opening day lineup. How's about that? So you can see it in your mind's eye, as they say. Well, firstly, before I say that, let me tell you that we have the same roster as last season. Now, there was some talk and concern about Myron Curtis playing with the bad back of his. He said he's been getting treatment. I don't know what that means. I seen him with some donut holes before the game, though, so I don't know if that was his treatment or if he meant something else. Ricky Don Pearson ended up being on Team Thunder Punch. We were thinking about having him on the team. Brody Childress called Russell Tucker the night before the first game, asking if he could play. One thing about Brody is that he's late. A lot. His granny's Mabel Childress. His wife's Brandy Lynn. She got a lot going on for her. And one of the big things is that beautiful 3-bean salad she make. All time, buddy. All time. And B, back to the lineup. Batting leadoff and playing right field for your Team Burger Shed, Tavin Dillard. That's me. Batting in a 2-hole and playing left, Brody Childress. He's late sometimes. You know that by now, too. He's married to Brandy Lynn. Batting third and playing some stubby-legged first base, Mort Dwydell. Batting cleanup and playing the hot corner is Rusty Tidwell. Boy, he's the best athlete on our team. Might be the best athlete in town. Batting fifth and playing shortstop, Rance Farnhart. He run fishing clips. You know, it's the bait and tackle. He also serves food out there and gives haircuts. Anyhow, batting sixth and playing center field, Cody Mantell. Batting seventh and playing catcher, Myron Curtis. Batting eighth, playing second base, a fellow resident of my trailer park, Chancellor Park, J.T. Whitlow. And batting ninth and pitching for Team Burger Shed opening day at the softball fields, your very own Russell Tucker, Mary Beth's older brother. We was all there. Haunches moderately to not stretched at all, and there are some fans in the stands, but I have to admit, all the buzz was around the new concession stand menu. I mean, when something is new, folks want it. They sold out of sour ropes, which boosted Skittle sales too, because folks were so ready for candy that when the ropes was gone, they went for them Skittles. I mean, Cheryl, Grubbs, and Mary Beth Tucker started looking like business pros over there at the concession stand. And oh yeah, they sold out of them donut holes. Good thing Myron had a bag, probably 2 dozen, in the dugout for the team. Good on you for getting us donut holes, Myron. That kind of stuff don't show up on the stat sheet, but it makes a difference on the field. It really do. You know, it's what they call them intangibles. So Russell is locked in on the mound. He got a good feel for that softball, lots of contact, but our infield is gobbling them up. So here we are, y'all guys. 3rd inning, and we's up 1-0 on a Rusty Tidwell solo shot. This guy's a champ on the field. Best athlete on Team Burger Shed, like I said. Well, I'm up in the top of the 3rd. We're the away team to start the season. I see them donut holes in the dugout, and I eat one. In the 1st inning, I got under one when I was batting a big uppercut. 3rd baseman got it. Well, I told myself I'm going to swing through the ball this time, not up on it. And then I eat that donut hole. Step into the batter's box. P.J. McGee is on the mound. I feel like my vision just got better, like everything was razor sharp, and I just steady locked in, waiting for that first pitch. Brush back. High and tight. I got out the way, but if PJ thought he's going to back me off the plate, he was wrong. I'm a lefty, and I squeezed in on that plate. Plus, I just had a donut hole. Next pitch sailed up. I watched it. I waited. I timed it. Swung through it. And, buddy, hello, softball season. Goodbye, softball. Don't hear me say it went over the fence, y'all guys, but it rolled all the way to it. I pulled it over first base, and it rolled, and I rolled through first base and all the way to second. Head first slide, safe. Hands in the air, fellas clap in the dugout. I look over to concession stand, and I think, whatever Mary Beth and Cheryl Grubbs did over there ain't my concern. Not really. and the night's still young. And truth be told, what they did help me. I ate a donut hole. They still could burn it down, don't get me wrong, but the reality is I had a donut hole that was sold at the concession stand. It's a new menu item, and now I'm standing at second base after a headfirst slide. Power, agility, haunch strength for days. Days, y'all guys. Brody Childress, Brody was up next. Swung tardy, a little bit late, no surprise there, but he pulled it fair over third base, and buddy, I was home in no time. Mort Dwidell wasted no time to connect on a 2-run shot that brought him and Brody home. We broke it open in the top of the third. Russell had me pitch in the last inning. We was up 7-1. I gave up 2 runs, 3 straight singles and a double, made it 7-3. And that, my friends, is how Game 1 ended of Team Burger Shed's first game of the season. We played as a team, and it was almost like the concession stand was an extra teammate tonight. Donut holes? Yes, I say yes to donut holes at the concession stand. I ain't in control of that know-how, so I might as well accept it anyway, but I'm happy to. It's a good idea. And I like onions on my hot dog too. Not tonight. Team Burger Shed went to the Burger Shed, and we controlled the only things we could. What happened on that field, and what we ate at the Burger Shed. I got a number 3 combo meal. No surprise there. New beginnings. Fresh starts, they'll come your way. Be ready. Tonight, Team Burger Shed was, and we are now, 1-0 in this very young, newborn baby softball season. I appreciate y'all for joining me on the Tavin Dillard podcast today. I mean, it feels like a new podcast season, but it ain't. I mean, we 5 episodes into this season 13, but it is a new softball season, and y'all with me. Thanks for joining me, y'all guys. Check the show notes for all that's going on. Personal video greeting for Mama. T-shirt for Mama. We got the Peekaboo hat too. You can email me. You can text message me. You can get tickets to those shows coming up in Virginia or Missouri. I hope you do. I want to see you there. Stay in touch. You know how to get in touch, y'all guys. And hey, if you called Russell Tucker the night before the season starts and he adds you to the roster and you get an RBI in the first game of the season, even though you swung tardy because your name's Brody Childress, you having a pretty good week. Me, I'm Tavin Dillard. This is a Tavin Dillard podcast. Till next time, y'all guys. We'll see you later.